The gold, despite being immensely mixed with the sand, remains extremely valuable. Not only that, but also it never loses its identity, its goldness, its purity. And so does the consciousness that is always surrounded majorly by these four emotions: anger, pride, delusion, and greed. Our task is to recognize the gold within and segregate it from the sand particles. Hi friends, welcome to my channel Dr. MJ Talks. According to the Indian philosophy of Jainism, our emotions are our inner possessions. We may leave the outer materialistic possessions easily, or at least we may understand that these are our outer possessions, but it becomes really difficult to contemplate about the inner ones, the inner possessions. And just like the example of gold, gold becomes dirty in the company of soil. The consciousness, despite not losing its purity, becomes muddy with the reflection of all good and bad emotions. And it starts to appear that as if our emotions are us, our emotions are our consciousness. So basically, according to Jain philosophy, all of us have 18 inner possessions in form of different emotions. We may cover them in future videos, but for today's vlog, I have prepared a talk about these special four. They are also known as Kashaya in the Jain language. They are also known as Kashaya, or to translate them in English, we can use the word passion. To define passion, I am sharing its definition from Google. Its definition is the trait of being strongly emotional. I have contemplated about these, that why only these four have been put into the category of passions, especially the four passions. Then I observed that around the world, everybody is dealing with these to some intent. Be it a leader, a businessman, a common man, or any other. We perform all of our activities under the influence of any of these. So please note that the degree of these emotions may vary highly from lesser to higher. I will discuss it in the later part of the video. For example, it seems that anger is something without which we cannot survive in this world, without which we cannot get things done. Be it driving a car, especially in India, we all know, running a business, raising children, and so on. Need not to mention that we are well acquainted with it, with anger especially. Example of pride can be, we earn money, we earn degrees, we possess designations, etc. And innately we always feel a sense of pride about them, that I have done so much in life. So these can be the examples of pride. We all are aware of them. Actually, they are very basic emotions we all deal with in our daily lives. In while sitting alone also, these emotions are always with us. Delusion can be taken in two ways. One is to stay in a delusional state, and the other is to cause a state through which someone else can become delusional. So, can be called in Hindi, can be Mayachari. So, whereas the first type of delusion is having wrong perception about things, people, knowledge, and everything else in life. The second one is something not all of us are into its grip, but we can surely find plenty of examples in our surroundings, be it our workplaces or families. So there are some complicated people who try to manipulate things, situations, and people. So they can fall into this category of delusional people. Greed, if we take the example of greed can also be of many types, like of earning as much money as we can. Greed can be of a specific post for a politician. It is actually for his or her chair, or for food as well. So etc, etc. Greed can be of these types. So now I am going to explain on a board, the various degrees of all these four emotions taken from the book Living Jainism, written by Aidan D. Rankin and Kanti V. Mardia. These are the two scholars from Britain, and they have covered the various degrees of all these four emotions. So I am going to explain the same on board. So friends, talking about the various four degrees of all these four passions, we can divide them into four categories. For example, we have four passions as we discussed: anger, pride, delusion, Also we can define it as deceit and greed. So when the karma is bound with our consciousness, with these four emotions, there are four categories of the same. The first is extremely severe. If we it has Sanskrit name, it can be known as Ananta Nubandhi. So with this we can join any of these, like extremely severe anger, extremely severe pride, extremely severe deceit, or extremely severe greed. So this is the highest form of these things, like the highest and the worst, highest and the worst. And second is severe. So this is also bad, but in compared to this one, this is less bad. Severe, or we can call it in Hindi apratyakhyan. Yeah. So we can again join all these four with this thing, like severe anger, severe pride, severe delusion, and severe greed. And the third one is, in Hindi we will call it pratyakhyan, or in English we can call it moderate. And the fourth one is sanjwalan. This is the mildest form of kashaya or passion. It is the slightest. Yeah. So it is known as the slightest. So if we talk about anger, like so we will see, if we divide them in 4 degrees, like 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and 0 being the lightest, from 4 being the highest. We will see that degree 0 implies serenity and tolerance in all these 4, and degree 0 is like the highest spiritual state a human being can attain. And degree 1 is like, if we talk about anger, degree 1 is like a line drawn with a stick on water, which almost instantaneously passes away. So degree 1 is actually this one. Yeah. So we can reverse this order. So degree 1 is the slightest. This is like that. And degree 2 is like a line drawn on a beach which the tide washes away. Like the sand of a beach which washes away with as the tide comes. And degree 3 is the like a ditch dug in a sandy soil, which after a year or so fills up. And if we talk about extremely severe kashaya, it is like the most serious and the worst of all. It is like a deep crack in a mountainside which will remain until the end of time. So in the language of Jain philosophy, it is said that if someone is angry with someone for continuously with the burst of intent and continuously for 6 months, then that specific person bind karma for infinite time, for many lifetimes to come. So that is why in Hindi we are calling it Anantanubandhi, as it is cleared by the name Anantanubandh. Like for infinite period of time that karma gets bind with the soul. So these are the degrees of the kashaya. And so friends, here we see that all philosophies, all religious philosophies tell us and teach us not to point finger on others, but to peep within and to dig deeper within us, so that we can improvise the self and not the others. So that's it for today, friends. Again, I am repeating the same sentence. Our ancient philosophies guide us in a way that motivates us to peep within. We can surely be benefited from topics like these, which I have covered today, and start working on improvising the self rather than pointing others, like for our day-to-day lives, in our relationships and at our workplaces. And in the end, I would like to say all of you that my podcast is being heard by thousands of people. It is getting a very good response, It is on Spotify as well. It is on Audio Boom as well. In there I'm talking about different topics in targeting the millennials basically, and so you can definitely visit my podcast and do listen to anyone you want. That's it for now, friends. See you soon with another topic of philosophy of Jainism. Till then, stay safe and take care. Goodbye.